So do you believe that using the DOJ to go after your political enemies is a good practice?
It's a terrible practice. The DOJ should be, not only blind in their administration of justice, but it needs to be viewed by the American people as fair. The legitimacy ultimately comes from the people, and so if the people don't think there's a two-tiered system of justice, that erodes everything that the Department of Justice should stand for.
What is the greatest threat against the rule of law right now?
The lack of enforcement of the law. If we don't enforce the laws on the books, then the American people are going to sort of distrust their government for not doing their job, but most importantly, they're going to it's going to create a society that disrespects individuals and their rights, because each individual thinks that they're being offended by their rights not being enforced. So I think the rule of law is either spiraling up or spiraling down. And I think under this administration that we are spiraling down, and I'm concerned that if we don't get it, back and renew really law enforcement and the rule of law, that we could have a major problem on our hands.
This administration immigration policies have led to an increase of drug and human trafficking. Do you see a change of these policies anytime soon, or do you think a change is urgently needed this November to stop all this?
Certainly enforcing the laws at the border and making sure that we don't have unregulated ingress into our country, I think is an important fact. I don't see this administration changing. I think this is very much their policy is an unregulated flow of people into our country. What I'm also concerned about is that most of those people, the only way they can get into their country is to file a fraudulent asylum claim. So, each one of those people is committing not only the crime of illegally entering our country, but then filing a fraudulent asylum claim that ultimately is going to be adjudicated as not eligible for asylum in our country. And I think that's a huge concern. The Department of Justice runs those courts, immigration courts, and I just know what those cases look like. And so this administration is ignoring what the law is and their failed policies, but they're also demoralizing the people at the border that are trying to do their job.
So how comfortable are you that DHS is being used to execute a lot of COVID-19 regulations put up by the CDC and later found unconstitutional?
Obviously, if something's found unconstitutional, it shouldn't be enforced, and so if the CDC is enforcing unlawful and illegal and unconstitutional regulations, that's terrible and shouldn't be.
Thank you so much.